Hey, good morning, Lonnie. Now you can text me back. What we do first is we do a test to make sure I'm coming through this microphone. So what I'm about to do is I'm about to pull down the mic. In fact, we're supposed to do this test before you go live, Red. So I'm not live, but that's cool. So I'm going to pull down the mic right here and then come back up. You should hear me coming up, coming up, coming up, coming up, coming up, coming up. And uh, just tell me I'm coming through my mic. Yep. Okay. I'm going to call you now. So switch back over. Good morning, folks. I am your host, BKP, and welcome to BKP Politics. A new day. BKP Politics on FYNTV.com. You're saying, don't do that again. It's 8 a.m., please. Somebody said to me one day, I'm going to get an opening. We're going to get a little soft theme opening. We're going to do that this year. But somebody said, it's 8 a.m. and boom, you're just right there. So welcome, FYNTV.com. Now, for all of our new viewers, just bear with me. Biden is here. Okay? So, how am I going to cover? Relax, folks. The Biden presidency. I know chills. I heard from you yesterday. I know you're upset. I got it all. I got it all yesterday. Okay. But a little housekeeping. First of all, Emily's not here today. Lonnie is here. So let's welcome Lonnie. Emily had to take the day off. So Emily's not here. Lonnie is filling in. So if you're a new viewer, Lonnie, first of all, Lonnie's been ignoring me for like 5 years now. So it's nothing new. So I always have to ask Lonnie, please pay attention to the show. We love Lonnie. We do. For those of you that are not new to the show, Lonnie's filled in many times. He does a great job. But my pep talk, Lonnie, to everybody, you know how I am. Don't screw up. That's the only thing I can say nicely. So welcome, Lonnie. How was that? Too bad he doesn't have a mic coming in because you don't know he would be saying things right now. But anyhow, Emily has to take the day off, so we welcome Lonnie in. Lonnie, I appreciate you coming in at the last minute and taking over here. So we are not going to change. Now, I do have my mask ready in case the government breaks the door down. Yes, in case the government busts that door down. Joe signed an executive order. Now, I know this is not federal property, but right now, federal property, and I don't know if that includes any property or anywhere that gets federal money or whatever, but we do have a mask available. We are keeping one available in case the government breaks down the front door and checks to see if I have a mask on. You should probably do the same. Now, yesterday, I asked you if you noticed anything new, and one of our viewers said, I listened to you in the car, because you can tune us in the car. So one of you said, I tune in the car, so I don't see the set. So let me just say this. Pence is missing. Okay. That used to say Pence. I will get it in a minute. So if you're new to the show, that used to say Trump Pence. Now, we don't hate people here on the show, but we did remove Pence. He's no longer with us, so took him off the set. Now, Joe was inaugurated yesterday. I did watch the entire thing, okay? I did. I watched the entire thing yesterday. Some of you said you refused to watch it. I understand. I get it. Joe Biden was sworn in. Kamala Harris was sworn in as vice president, number 46. I watched MSNBC and CNN so I can listen to them just gushing and oohing and eyeing. And they were there's a big word, okay? It's called normal. And yesterday and this morning, the normalcy, the return of normalcy, the normal, we hear normal, we're back to normal and everything. So keep in mind, we're not going to do that here, okay? But if you we're not going to erase Donald J. Trump, okay? We're not going to. But as they have been erasing history, okay? Erasing our history, so goes erasing Donald J. Trump. There's a couple things you have to be clear on. Donald Trump did not attend yesterday. because he was not invited. Okay? Now, I'm going to speculate that it was very clear that Trump was not invited there, that Trump was not welcome. Okay? I'm not for sure. And I know you're going to say, wait just a minute, where are you going here? I'm not for sure if the Trump administration would have sent over to the inaugural committee that plans everything out that he would be attending, okay? That the Biden administration would have said, we thank him, but tell him it's not necessary. I'm serious. You see, they wanted to turn the page on something that they think is the worst 4 years, the worst thing that could have ever happened to this country. They wanted to turn the page. If you would have had to tune in yesterday, and part of Chris Wallace saying it's the greatest speech he's ever heard, and Brian Williams, Lion Brian, and all of them saying a love story is back in the White House, Jill and Joe Biden. And look at how well George W. and Barack and Bill Clinton get along. And Carter sent his well wishes to the president. If they would have had to say, okay, if they would have had to say, now the Bidens show up and the TV cameras at the White House and Melania and Donald are greeting them and they're going in and they're having tea and Donald and Joe are sitting in the Oval Office and shaking hands in the picture. If they'd had to do that, and then they would have gotten the motorcade and went there, and then they would have had to be introduced, Mr. President, okay? They could not have clearly erased him. Don't get confused. Do I believe Donald Trump said, I'm not going? Yes, I believe that. We have a tweet before he went dark. I think somewhere there's a tweet of Trump saying, I will not be there. But keep in mind, he was not invited. Keep in mind, he was not welcome. Keep in mind that they have been working to totally erase him. Okay? And yesterday was a big part of that. He was not there. The visual of him not being there, to them, is the worst experiment this country ever went through. A non-establishment deep state president is the worst thing. We tried it. That's going to be it. We tried it. It's over. Don't try it again. But anyhow, he was erased. He was not invited. He was not welcome. Okay? Is that part of history? Now, another thing I want to say to you, and I want to say this in all due respect, I love this audience. Now, well, that didn't go together. I love this audience. Let me change that, okay? I absolutely love this audience. And I thank you for being here every day. I thank you for the kind words, okay? I thank you for the kind words that you share with me. But I was on social media yesterday. I watched for a reason, okay? This is what I do. I made a commitment to you to go keep up with the deep state corporate corrupt media, see what they're doing, see what the next plan is. So, yes, I watched all afternoon the inauguration, okay? And I watched the deep state. You should have watched for one reason. You could have seen the visual of who this deep state is. George W. Bush, the one party that was in there. There's not two parties. The one party that was in there yesterday. Okay. But here's what I want to say. I looked over social media yesterday, and I'm going to say this with all due respect. Here's where I'm going in, and kindly to you. Kindly. Okay. You're at the wrong place right now if you quit. If you posted the tombstone yesterday and put yesterday at 12 o'clock, the death of America, okay? You do what you want, okay? You do what you want. If you're new here and you don't know me, I said Trump would be the next president of the United States as he was coming down the escalator. Now, I can't remember everybody I spoke to that day, but I will give you this. I can remember very clearly my brother Jerry. Okay. Some of you that are not new to the show, you've heard Jerry on the show many times. All right. Hey, Jerry might have been the first call that says, did you see that today? Trump? All right. So moving on. If you're new to the show, he's coming down the escalator. Melania's wearing white. I'll never forget it. Okay. He's at Trump Tower. That day, this will be the next president of the United States. So just be clear. Okay. But if you put on social media yesterday that at noon is the death of this nation, okay, and you quit, okay, I'm not telling you what to do. You may not be at the right place right now. I don't quit. No, I don't quit. I mean, I just figure we have to get the strategy together and move forward and figure out what we're going to do. But quit is not in the vocabulary here. I don't quit, okay? So I hope we're together this morning. I understand. I'm with you. I mean, we watched yesterday. Let me read this. I just got something. And most popular president of all time, basically a little sarcasm here. Most popular president of all time, China Joe Biden got only 299,000 views of his inauguration on the White House video channel. But the news media said he got 81 million votes. The emperor has no views. Yesterday was very clear. Very clear. We installed a dictator. But anyhow, that being said, all right, let's get our strategy together. Let's get our strategy together. Now, it's the calm before the storm. Everything is calm in Washington, D.C. The storm is coming. So that's what we're going to do every day. We're going to work and get our strategy together. What are we going to do to combat the evil that has gripped our country? And that's what has gripped our country, is the evil. We have to be careful because we can't get down the party lines anymore. We get caught in the party lines. Democrat, Republican. But what has gripped this country is pure evil that they're wanting to mask as normal. I'm not joking. I want to make light of yesterday because yesterday there's a couple things we're going to go. We're going to go over the press conference. All right, we're going to go over the press conference. We're going to look at that. That's the only video we're going to play. We had 25,000 troops. All right, 25,000 troops yesterday in Washington, D.C. The fringe right, the Qs out there, wherever you're at, if you're in the Q, okay, I don't give a damn what you do. I really don't. I mean, I don't. But the fringe right, 25,000 troops, fringe right, and we had to keep the people out. I'm going to say fringe right one more time. We had the fringe right, okay? We had the alt conservatives. We didn't have the Proud Boys, the Boogaloos, the Qs. The list goes on. The white supremacists. No attacks. In fact, no attacks to report across this country. Every capital on high alert. Now, I went through about 35 websites this morning. All right? 35 websites I went through. All of our capitals, state capitals on high alert, right? But Antifa and Black Lives Matter had peaceful protest, right? No news at all. No news at all. So we'll talk about that. The word, before I go to my first break, the word yesterday, this morning, normal, normal, normal. And I just want to remind you something. I think every time you hear them say that things are back to normal, didn't it seem yesterday, I'm watching all the media, didn't it seem a calm, a normalcy, no more chaos? All right, everything just, everybody got along. They had this right here, right? Where is it at? Lonnie, give me number 49. It's your first test, Lonnie. Give me number 49. So anyhow, yesterday, right? Way to go there, Lonnie. Look at here. Bill Clinton and George W. Bush and Barack. It's back to normal. Where presidents work together and they communicate. You see, they had a statement. Joe, we're here to help you. Trump is missing. Keep in mind, all right, I got it. Trump didn't want to go. My president said, you know what? You take you and your inauguration and you do. Keep in mind, he wasn't invited, folks. He's never been in. Trump's never been in. They've never liked the guy. You like the guy. They don't. They are just jubilant that there was no Trump yesterday and they could get their message out. But anyhow, keep in mind. Oh, damn it. I mean, people are out there saying, if he tells me to keep in mind one more time. Every time they say, Lonnie, get ready. Every time they say normal has returned to the White House. Normal has returned to the White House. Give me number 20, Lonnie. Remind yourself and friends. That's what they consider normal. Serenity now. That's what they consider normal. Yes, that is the same person. That is Richard and Rachel. I don't know if it's Richard on Monday and Rachel on Tuesdays, but this is who Joe Biden picked to be the Assistant Secretary of Health and Human Services to help implement health standards for your children in your schools. This is every time, because you're hearing it, normal. Every time I heard normal yesterday, I said, oh my God, a new normal, right? Just hold this picture. Ready? Hold this picture. This is Richard and Rachel. It's a battle against evil. Give me number 21. We'll make this very quick. 21. All right? Right there it is. President-elect Joe Biden tapped Pennsylvania Health Secretary Rachel Levin to be Assistant Secretary of Health, leaving her poised to become the first openly transgender federal official to be confirmed by U.S. Senate. It is not Democrat versus Republican. It is evil. Period. Now, I'm not opening the show. I don't want to get sidetracked. I'm not opening the show gay bashing. Get away from me. I'm not doing that. Okay. Richard Grenell. Okay. Richard Grenell is gay. All right. Okay. But I will refer to the little gay boy from South Bend. I mean, it's like one of those little, it's a children's book. Oh my God. And that's Pete Buttigieg. And I don't care if you like it or not. From now on, he's going to be the little gay boy from South Bend, Indiana. Him and his husband's name Chaz? What the hell's his husband's name? Chastity, Chaz, or whatever. Right? Right here. The little gay boy from South Bend, Indiana, Pete Buttigieg, is going to be the Secretary of the Department of Transportation. Department of Transportation. Okay? Now, yesterday, did you hear in this speech anywhere about the economy? Did you hear any earth-shattering in this great inaugural speech, taking the shackles off the American people and unleashing this amazing economy to roar back to what it was February of 2020? Did you hear that anywhere in the speech? No. No, you did not hear that anywhere in the speech. Not at all. But remember, yesterday in the speech, there was, let me get this. Give me number. So when you see the Secretary of Defense or hear him say he was going to root out extremism, racism, number 56. And we'll get more into this as the show goes on. Number 56. Not the direction I intended. Number 56, address inequality. See that? Address inequalities. Address inequalities. You need to understand everything they do will be considered, they'll be considering addressing inequalities. Okay. A couple more things, Lonnie, before we go. I want you to look at now. Let's see. I had it here a minute ago. Give me number 26. Biden said yesterday, we must end this uncivil war. We must end this uncivil war. We must stop red versus blue, rural versus urban, conservative versus liberal. We are the voice of rural America. So we are. End this uncivil war. But he did not have any problem whatsoever in saying, we will defeat. I asked somebody yesterday, I said, didn't you hear him say white supremacy? We will defeat white supremacy and extremism. They plan to defeat it, folks. And you need to figure out where you're at on the list, because I am not a white supremacist. I'm not. I'm not an extremist by any means, okay? But don't you think that they're not working to identify us? And they plan to defeat us. We're going to take a break. Oh, let me give you the trifecta of evil. Here's the trifecta of evil. That's our theme today, evil, number 59. This is your trifecta right here. This is where all your horses come in. Okay. All your horses come in here to trifecta. You've got the Schumer. This is a pandemic in itself. You got the Schumer. You've got the Pelosi, and you've got the Biden. Oh my God. Now, why I think there was no audience yesterday and why I think the inauguration was set up a certain way, it's going to be, I'm going to go into I love the far-fetched world. Don't you love the far-fetched? Now he's getting far-fetched. But let's have just a little fun when we get back. Let's take a break. We'll be right back after these messages.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in Ellijay, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World has 9-piece living room packages at incredible prices. Get this stylish sofa and love seat, 3 tables, 2 lamps, 43-inch 4K TV, and stand, all for only $1699.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this 9-piece living room and reclining sofa and reclining love seat, now only $1999.99 or $149.99 a month. These packages are amazing. Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Circuit World has complete queen bedroom packages at amazing prices. Get this queen bed, dresser and mirror, 1 nightstand, bedding set, and free 32-inch TV, all for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this complete queen bedroom set and sleep in style, also for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. What an incredible deal! Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
New year, new Chevy. Let's get it done at Days Chevrolet in Jasper with huge savings on the Chevy trucks you want, like $8,000 off new Silverado crew cabs, or save over $7,500 off a new Chevy Equinox. Every Chevy truck and SUV discounted big. See Days Chevrolet in Jasper, and let's get it done. Days Chevrolet. Days gets it done. Find new roads.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning. BKP Politics here on FYNTV.com. So now this is, I'm going to start here because people are going to, I want to get this, I want to get into Antifa yesterday. Oh, by the way, Amazon. Amazon says now, CNN this morning, it's worse than we thought, folks. So if you just joined us this morning, I did watch the inauguration yesterday. We now have a mask mandate in place. We're going to go over just a minute. We're going to do the press conference yesterday that took place. And we're just going to give you a couple questions that were asked yesterday. Just everything seems so normal back in the press secretary's room on a daily basis. Jen Psaki, is that her name? Now, you know, they all right, don't get sidetracked. All right, so yesterday, Amazon offered Biden help with COVID-19 vaccine distribution. I mean, that's awful damn nice. It just is, okay? I mean, let me see. Where is it at here? I got it here. Give me number, Lonnie, give me number 31. And it's worse than we thought, folks. It's absolutely, it's much worse than we thought. CNN, MSNBC, CBS, all of them. It's Biden inherits non-existent vaccine plan from Trump. And I mean, it's tragic what's out there. That's today. In order to make Biden look good, everything has to be tragic, crisis, coming out of chaos. It's worse than we thought, folks. CNN's reporting it was non-existent. I mean, there was just no distribution plan. And that's all lies. We know that. We're not going to waste our time just telling you that CNN is lying to you and MSNBC and the rest. But now Amazon, well, good. If you got Amazon Prime, you'll get it in 2 days. Isn't that, who said that yesterday? So Amazon is going to help out. They're going to get it out there, distribution. The distribution belongs to the states, okay? That belongs to the states. Federal government gets it to the states prioritize it and get it out to, the public. And, but anyhow, so yesterday we found out that, and thank you, Amazon, for coming to the rescue, that it's worse than we thought. Now, my opinion, okay, and let me go to the far-fetched world. Let's do this before we get back. My opinion is look at number 40, okay? Here's Joe Biden, and he's standing on the balcony at the White House, right? Number 40, Jill and Joe, and they're like, wow, look at all the pretty lights. Joe's just mesmerized at dark. Biden presidency ushers in a monumental reset for America. It's a monumental reset. I told you when the show started, they erased Trump. Trump wasn't invited to this, folks. He didn't want to go. It doesn't matter. Trump didn't want to go. He didn't want to. I get it. But we have to be clear and understand he wasn't invited. So Biden's presidency ushers in a monumental reset for America. And God only knows what that reset is. No, God doesn't only know. I mean, we say that. We know a little bit about what their reset is. And here he is. They're standing. Wasn't it good to see Hunter up there? I'm sorry. Quit making fun. It was good to see Hunter up there on the balcony and Hunter there. Let's see. Let's look at this. Number 12, okay? There's Jill and Joe standing there looking out in amazement, okay? Wow, look at all the pretty colors. And Jill is there making sure he doesn't fall. She will be next to him to make sure he doesn't trip and fall and all those things. Oh, quit sounding so mean. Okay, here he is here, number 15. I'm telling you, man, there's no way. Here's a Bible, okay? And look at that stunning blue coat Jill's wearing. I mean, stunning. I'm just saying fashion is back in the White House. These are the things that were said yesterday. Melania Trump, a supermodel that just spent 4 years in the White House, okay? It was here comes Michelle Obama, the linebacker. Linebacker Michelle, okay? Oh, she's stunning. She's just stunning. Look at that. Look at her. When she is the one where the mask just doesn't look out of place. It looks like it goes with the designer. And they were talking about designers yesterday. And I guess all the women in America are looking for Jill Biden's coat today on the clearance rack at Burlington Coat Factory. Fashion is back in at the White House. Oh my God. It's a love story. But wasn't it good to see Hunter Biden up there with his sister? I mean, here's one, number 16. Here's number 16. And let's go. And Hunter is whispering to his dad, I knew you could do it, big guy. I'm sorry. Don't make fun. I'm sorry. We'll get to serious stuff. I knew you could do it, big guy. I knew you could do it. I knew we could get. And there's Kamala saying, I knew you could do it, big guy. And anyhow, that being said. So my thought is they didn't have millions of people. And my thought is they didn't have some things because Joe's anxiety couldn't take it. Joe's anxiety can't take it. His dementia is so bad, he can't take it. He has to stay focused. They have to keep him calm. They have to keep everything he does in short periods of time. Okay? Now, yesterday, is this my joke of the day? Okay. yesterday they were busy. I know the White House has an elevator, but here, number 46, they were busy going around the White House, and installing a lift chair for Joe to get upstairs. Okay, that was installed in the White House yesterday. Okay, but Joe has, and they went through the White House yesterday, putting safety rails on everything. Yeah, they put handbars. They got the shower set with the seat and everything. They've got safety rails next to his bed, or they got safety rails on his edge of his bed so he doesn't fall out and bump his head. They've got all the handicap rails all around. Don't get mad at me, please don't. I mean, they got all the rails set yesterday because Joe's got number 60. Give me number 60, all right? Joe can't go out at night. I don't know what they're going to do, okay? Joe's got sundowning, okay? It's that's what Joe's got. And I know it very well because I have a dog that has it. Just saying. All right. And I got to give my dog a Canachew. Do you know what a Canachew is? It's cannabis. It's maybe they got Canachews for Joe to calm him down at night. I'm just saying. All right, I got a 15-year-old dog. My dog walks all night long and wanders around, but this is it. The term sundowning Joe and my dog have the same thing. I don't think it's funny. The term sundowning refers to a state of confusion occurring in late afternoon and spanning into the night. Sundowning can cause a variety of behaviors such as confusion, my dog has that, anxiety, aggression, ignoring directions. Sundowning can also lead to pacing and wandering. My dog walks all night long, paces the house. I'm like, oh my God. So we called the vet. Hey, what's wrong with the dog? I know it's 15 years old. She walks all night long, bumps into the walls and everything. It's called sundowning. That's what Joe Biden has. So I recognize it. He's wandering around the White House at night. I mean, this is why yesterday this guy, they have to keep him in short periods of time to keep him focused. I'm not joking. They couldn't have millions of people there. Joe cannot look out at millions of people. Joe cannot look out at 150,000 people. Nobody watched this yesterday. I told you yesterday, we can't find the 80 million people. There's probably going to be, and the arguments will be out there, okay? But there's probably going to be more people watch Trump's farewell from Andrews Air Force Base than watch Joe's inauguration yesterday. But yet Joe has 80 million voters out there. Here he is, number 47. This is the president of the United States today. I know this makes you sick to your stomach. That's the only way I know it. Is that 57? Let's not jump to the Democrats so quick, Lonnie. You got it right, Lonnie. You got it right. 57. Here he is. But my far-fetched opinion today is they could not have hundreds of thousands of people in the mall. It's got nothing to do with the pandemic. Joe could not handle the security. I understand. Okay. I get it. Joe can't handle any distractions. Everybody has to be set in the room and in place when Joe comes in. And he can't have anything that takes him off. He couldn't go dance the night away with Garth Brooks. He couldn't go Tom Hanks, all the liberal entertainers. He couldn't go do that. He can't do anything outside of blocks of time. Joe, if you notice, what was Joe's speech? How long was it? 22 minutes? Now, I know Bill Clinton did, an hour and a half? Trump did hour, 10 minutes, whatever. I mean, I understand that. But was Joe's like 28 minutes or whatever? I mean, that was it. They rehearsed it over and over, and that's all this guy can fit in. It's not that he didn't want to give an hour speech. It's not. He cannot go over 20-minute blocks is about his timeline. Yesterday, what he did was that hour. It took like from 11 to or 11:30. If you throw in the little young, angry African-American female poet, oh my God. Nothing like throwing that in there, right? But if you threw in a couple of the songs and, and so forth, Joe had about a window of an hour, and that was it. Far-fetched as it sounds. The guy's got sundowning. That's what it's called. He's wandering around the White House all night long. Jill has to stay right next to it. Okay? Period. Joe will not come out and talk to people no more than he has to. They will do daily press briefings from the White House press office room. They will do them daily because there's a whole group that are running things to speak for Joe. So yesterday, I had to get that in there. They got all the handicap rails in yesterday. The guy wandering around the White House last night. I mean, they keep a little bell. Do they tie a little bell to him so they know where he's at? I mean, I would think that. Like, that would be the thing to do. Put a bell around it. Jill, put a bell around him so we know when he's wandering around the White House. Okay? So yesterday they held a press conference. All right? They held I understand. That was far-fetched, but that's just my feeling that Joe cannot do over certain periods of time. Give me number 3. This is not the press conference. I want to get this in. All right? Now, yesterday, they were talking about the insurrection. They were talking about the attack on the Capitol and how we saved our Capitol. Federal police used tear gas and flash bangs to some 200 protesters. Eggs and rocks at ICE building in Portland, Oregon, just hours after Joe Biden is sworn in. This is what happened yesterday. In Seattle, groups of Antifa rioters vandalized storefronts and businesses in downtown areas. In Denver, communist and anti-fascist demonstrators set fire to an American flag near state capitol. And this is going unreported. Reports indicate that some 60 Antifa members wielded clubs during March in Sacramento. But I thought 25,000 troops were in Washington, D.C. I thought 25,000 troops were there to stop the Q. Why Q, Joe? Joe, it's not the white supremacists and the extremists that you need to defeat. That's who you're planning to defeat, Joe. You said it's red versus blue, rural versus urban, conservatives versus liberals. Joe, did you miss something here? Every state capital was on high alert from the Boogaloos. I love that one. I mean, the Boogaloo, that just gets me. Who's coming? The Boogaloo. Say it again. The Boogaloo. The Proud Boys, the Qs. FBI has gone through everything Q. FBI, Facebook, Twitter, they're going through every social media account. If you've even read a post that says Q, if you shared something that says Q, if you're friends with somebody on Facebook that is a Q conspiracy theorist, they're erasing you. Joe, it's not white supremacist and extremist. Reports indicate some Antifa 60. In Denver, that would be communist and anti-fascist demonstrators set fire. Federal Protection Services fired tear gas and flashbangs at crowd of 200 protesters in Oregon. That's like somewhere in the area of what you think broke the doors down at the Capitol. Joe, let me show you. I know the media is not showing you this morning, Dementia Joe. Number 4, look at this. Democrat Party of Oregon. Windows smashed. Doors smashed. Number 4. There you go. Yeah, look at that, Joe. Well, here's one, Joe. Number 5. Unity, unity, unity. Say it 3 times fast. Beetlejuice shows up. Unity, unity, unity. We don't want Biden. We want revenge, Joe. Police murders, imperialist wars, and fascist massacres, Joe. I don't know. This is the scenes. Now just think if one person would have broke through a National Guard line yesterday and threw one egg somewhere. The reports that there would be. Where are the DC rioters that they expected? Where are the Q conspiracy theory? Where the hell's the boogaloo on state capitol grounds? Number 6, Joe. Number 7, a little flag burning ceremony yesterday, Joe, for your unity. But see, Joe, that must be conservatives versus liberals right there in the picture. That must be rural versus urban. That must be red versus blue, Joe. That must be what we have there that we're looking at, Joe. Let's go to number 8. Number 8. Oh, no, it doesn't equal victory. Number 9, this is a federal courthouse glass door. This is a siege. This is an attack on democracy. Right here, number 10. Why, there's an attack on our democracy, Joe, and nobody's talking about it. Number 11. We're going to leave it to the voters, Joe, to figure out what the F, they kind of scrambled the rest of it. You fill in the letters you wish. F Biden. Joe. And while this is going on, number 12, Joe is looking at the pretty twinkling lights at the Capitol. See, Joe, that wasn't conservative, red versus blue. That wasn't rural and urban and conservative and liberals in that great unifying speech that you gave. You don't really need to defeat white supremacy and defeat extremism. Joe, where's the media on that? No media at all. Wow. Now, is there such thing as it called turnabout is fair play? And I'm not interested in getting in trouble, okay? Number 13. But remember, this is Jen Psaki, right? Is this her name? Psaki, Jen Psaki. We are going to be back to the daily lies. Daily lies. Look right into the camera and lie to the American people from the press room. And Jen Psaki has been trained from the best. She is straight out of the Obama era. She has history. She knows how to look at the camera and lie to the American people. It doesn't bother her. She is heartless. She has no soul. None whatsoever. Okay. But remember Sarah Huckabee Sanders, okay, the smoky eye. Remember the media made fun of Sarah Huckabee Sanders' dress, her looks. They said she wasn't very attractive. You remember that? Remember the personal attacks on Sarah Huckabee Sanders' appearance? Remember that? So I don't know. I think this is. I just hate to see the return of the pasty white girl. That's bad, but a lying pasty white girl having to tell me every day history is in action. So when we come back, she held a press conference, and we're going to talk about a couple things. We're going to go straight to the press conference, and we still have a couple things we got to wrap up with Joe and yesterday the new senators. I hate doing this. I really do, Lonnie. But I guess I just have to do it. Where is it at? This one bothers me as much as anything yesterday. Give me number 47. Three Democratic senators sworn in Wednesday. Yes, I'm coming from Georgia, and we gave you Raphael Warnock, a Democrat, communist, right, left wing, radical, okay, and we gave you John Ossoff, a socialist there, Democrat. We gave you two Democrats yesterday. That bothers me. Let's take a break. Let's come back, and I'm gonna say I'm going to touch the Republican rail that may get me in a little trouble when I get back right here in Georgia. And I'm going to say it, okay? Yes, I'm going to say it. It's time. Yesterday, they were sworn in. And also, we're going to talk about that press conference yesterday. And get ready. Your tax money is getting ready to pay for abortions. And yes, Joe Biden's administration, they do want to follow through, you will see, with the impeachment.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World has 9-piece living room packages at incredible prices. Get this stylish sofa and love seat, 3 tables, 2 lamps, 43-inch 4K TV, and stand, all for only $1699.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this 9-piece living room and reclining sofa and reclining love seat, now only $1999.99 or $149.99 a month. These packages are amazing. Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
what you gonna do with all that junk?
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Circuit World has complete queen bedroom packages at amazing prices. Get this queen bed, dresser and mirror, 1 nightstand, bedding set, and free 32-inch TV, all for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this complete queen bedroom set and sleep in style, also for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. What an incredible deal! Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
New year, new Chevy. Let's get it done at Days Chevrolet in Jasper with huge savings on the Chevy trucks you want, like $8,000 off new Silverado crew cabs, or save over $7,500 off a new Chevy Equinox. Every Chevy truck and SUV discounted big. See Days Chevrolet in Jasper, and let's get it done. Days Chevrolet. Days gets it done. Find new roads.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP, and you're watching BKP Politics on FYNTV.com. Welcome, Lonnie, this morning. Emily has the day off. Oh, and I got a text message I didn't check. Oh, there it is. All right, Emily has the day off. Lonnie, glad to have you on board. There's all the ways that you can find us through social media. And we love this audience here. Thank you very much for joining us. We're going to be making some changes. Yes, I have the mask ready. We have the national mask mandate. If somebody kicks in the door, I can just real quick. It's like now, if I'm on the phone in the car and I'm not using my Bluetooth, I can put this down really quick, the phone, so the coppers don't see me, because I can't drive and talk on the phone. So coppers, and I got a mask, and I can do it. Like, I got it down to where I was wearing my mask. Anyhow, welcome. Okay, so yesterday there was a press conference held. Okay, and hey, give me number 18. Let me say this before I forget it. How do we pronounce this again? Let me have it here. I had it here somewhere. Give me 18, Lonnie. Liz Cheney has a here it is. Let me say here. Burchard, right? Burchard. That's how you pronounce his name. Biden administration. Liz Cheney gets 2022 primary challenger after voting to impeach Trump. Liz Cheney, Wyoming Republican from Wyoming, will face a primary challenge in 2022. And I understand there's two challengers out there. Last week, after voting last week to impeach former President Donald Trump, Wyoming State Senator Anthony Burchard, Republican, announced Wednesday he will challenge Cheney for Wyoming's lone House seat. Now, there's only one representative in the entire state, okay? So she has a primary challenger. Yesterday, Jen Psaki, number 13, pasty white woman, number 13, that we will have to listen to lie on a daily basis. She held a White House press conference, okay? Now, we have a Twitter video, the Hyde Amendment. And this is the Catholic Network, okay? So we're going with that one first, Lonnie. Give me the Twitter video, the one I sent you that's a Twitter video, about a minute and a half long or whatever. Let's play that one first.
Go ahead all the way in the back.
Yeah, hi. Congratulations on your new position. Owen Jensen with EWTN Global Catholic Network. Two big concerns for pro-life Americans. The Hyde Amendment, which of course keeps taxpayer dollars, as you know, from paying for abortions, Medicaid abortions, and the Mexico City policy, which under the previous administration they expanded to keep tax dollars from overseas paying for abortions. So what is President Biden planning on doing on those two items right now?
Well, I think we'll have more to say on the Mexico City policy in the coming days. But I will just take the opportunity to remind all of you that he is a devout Catholic and somebody who attends church regularly. He started his day attending church with his family this morning, but I don't have anything more for you. Go ahead all the way in the back.
Yeah, hi. Congratulations on your new position. Owen.
Wait a minute. Let me remind you, Joe's a devout Catholic. Huh. Let me remind you, Joe attends church. Let me remind you, he attended church this morning. Okay, so as a devout Catholic, give me number 20. I want you to use this, save this picture, find it, And every time you hear something, put this up. Let me remind you, Joe's a devout Catholic. Okay. Let me remind you, Joe goes to church. You know, he attends church. Okay. Let me remind you, he went to church this morning. Okay. The Hyde Amendment. The Hyde Amendment was put in that says your tax money, your federal tax money, cannot go to pay for abortion. So whether most Americans out there are not getting into the debate on whether you're pro-life or pro-choice, the majority of Americans, it's Henry Hyde. Look up Henry Hyde, and it's called the Hyde Amendment. Most Americans do agree, whether you're pro-choice or pro-life, most agree, okay, but don't use my tax money to pay for it. The Mexico Amendment. We'll have more to say on that, she said. The Mexico Amendment. You can't take outside funds and bring them into this country to pay for abortions. You would not believe today, you would be shocked thinking 4 years ago that today you would be talking about President Donald J. Trump as the most pro-life president in your lifetime. But I want to remind you, as she said, Joe's a devout Catholic. Devout Catholic. Goes to church. Went to church yesterday morning. Did not answer the questions. Now, let's go to the press conference. All right. And I want to go to the press conference, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 start times, Lonnie. But I want to open the press conference. Let's open with the first minute right from the beginning. Let's start at the beginning and then wait for me to say come back, and then we will go to the different time slots. And you will hear her say that, yes, we plan to support impeaching Donald J. Trump. But let's go to the press conference that was held yesterday.
It's an honor to be here with all of you. When the president asked me to serve in this role, we talked about the importance of bringing truth and transparency back to the briefing room. And he asked me to ensure we are communicating about the policies across the Biden-Harris administration and the work his team is doing every single day on behalf of all American people. There will be times when we see things differently in this room, among all of us. That's okay. That's part of our democracy, and rebuilding trust with the American people will be central to our focus in the press office and in the White House every single day. So we had a very busy and active day today, as you all know, but I wanted to take a moment to go through the 15 executive actions, or highlights of them, I should say, and some of the steps that the president asked agencies to take today. You should have all received copies of the executive orders as well as the accompanying fact sheets, but I want to take this moment to highlight them for the American public who are watching at home. To combat the deadly virus, the president launched his 100-day masking challenge, asking Americans to do their part and mask up for 100 days. He's doing his part as well, issuing a mask mandate that will require anyone visiting a federal building or federal land or using certain modes of public transportation to wear a mask. He signed an executive order reversing Trump's decision to withdraw from the World Health Organization. This will strengthen our own efforts to get the pandemic under control by improving global health. And tomorrow, we're not wasting any time, Dr. Fauci will participate remotely in the meeting of the World Health Organization as the U.S. head of delegation. President Biden also officially appointed a COVID-19 response coordinator, a position and team we had already previously announced, but made it official today, to create a unified national response to the pandemic. And he reestablished the national security team responsible for global health, security, and biodefense. The COVID-19 pandemic has triggered an almost unprecedented housing affordability crisis. He took immediate action to confront the crisis and asked relevant agencies to extend nationwide moratoriums on evictions and foreclosures. The pandemic has also increased the hardship on millions of Americans who owe federal student loans. In response, the president asked the Department of Education to extend the pause on student loan payments and interest. He rejoined the Paris Climate Agreement, putting the United States back in a position to exercise global leadership and advancing the objectives of the ambitious agreement. Sorry, hope you're comfortable. There's a few more. And a second broad executive order will roll back harmful regulatory reversals made by the previous administration to protect public health and the environment. This order protects our nation's treasures by reviewing the boundaries for several national monuments, places a temporary moratorium on all oil and natural gas leasing in the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge, and reestablishes the interagency working group on the social cost of greenhouse gases. He also launched a whole-of-government effort to advance racial equity and root out systemic racism from federal programs and institutions. He directed the Secretary of Homeland Security, in consultation with the Attorney General, to take all appropriate actions to preserve and fortify DACA, which provides temporary relief from deportation to Dreamers, young people who were brought to this country as children. The President also put an end to the Muslim ban, a policy rooted in religious animus and xenophobia. He signed a proclamation effective immediately, halting further funding or construction of the previous administration's border wall and terminating the so-called national emergency used to wastefully divert billions for wall construction. Also today, President Biden sent an immigration bill to Congress. The U.S. Citizenship Act modernizes our immigration system. It provides hardworking people who've enriched our communities and lived here for decades an opportunity to earn citizenship. The President's priority reflected in the bill are to responsibly manage the border, keep families together, grow our economy, address the root causes of migration from Central America, and ensure that America can remain a refuge for those fleeing prosecution. With that, I'd love to take your questions. Zeke, why don't you kick us off?
All right. So there you have it. Let's roll through this very quickly. Who? It's not an Abbott and Costello routine. Who's on first? No, we are back in the World Health Organization. Thank you, Joe. We're back to giving them $450 million. We know, or $480 million a year, whatever we give them. We know the corruption between the World Health Organization and the Chinese, okay? We know all that. It was all exposed, but we're back, okay? We're back, and none other to lead the charge, Dr. Fauci. There you go. So we're back in the World Health Organization, back in the Paris climate change. Can you feel gas prices going up as we speak? Can you just feel it? Is there something in the air that says that 8 weeks ago I paid $167? 2 weeks ago, I paid $198. Last week or yesterday, I paid $210. Can you just feel that $250 coming at any minute with the ending of the Keystone Pipeline lease that she did not mention? You just feel that $250, $265 right around the corner. Okay. Paris climate. There you go. Let's just send our money back over there, right back in there. Rolling back natural gas, oil and natural gas leases on federal lands. Racial equality, systemic racism, okay? The Muslim ban. Remember we picked a couple countries and said, look, we don't want you coming here till we can vet who you are, you know. Well, okay, just come on. It's the come on in policy, Joe is. Here in America was 9. How many more? It's out there. I can't go into it right now. How many more? Was it 900,000 more people filed for unemployment benefits yesterday? I don't know. Is that the number? Whatever. But anyhow, we have states shut down. We have this pandemic. It's worse than we thought, as CNN says. But come on in. Come on in. If you're illegal, not American First. America First just vanished. Poof, right? Poof. That's how fast. Poof. America First, poof. One day. Okay? Come on in. We're going to get you vaccinated. We're going to get you some, your own health care. We're going to get you food, lodging, all the above. So anyhow, and no more border wall. And that he sent the U.S. Citizen Act. We're going to keep the families together, okay? No separation of families. So you hear a layout yesterday, warp speed on forced unification in this country. Let's go to some questions now. So let's go, Lonnie. Let's hit 439. Wait for me to come back. Let's start with that one, and we'll go to each number, but I'll give you the highest side. Start at 439, this question here.
Zeke, why don't you kick us off?
Again, first off, congratulations. And one question about your role. You touched on this a little bit at the top, but when you were up there, do you see yourself, your primary role is promoting the interests of the president, or are you there to provide us the unvarnished truth so that we can share that with the American people?
Well, let me first say, Zeke, that I come to this podium having served both in the White House and at the State Department as the spokesperson there. And I traveled the world on trips to promote democracy, where I saw the power of the United States and, of course, the power of this podium and the power of truth and the importance of setting an example of engagement and transparency. So I will just state, because you gave me the opportunity.
So when she opened her press conference today, you see there's just a different mood in the room. She has the respect for a free press, okay? Different mood in the room. And she opened with her statement. She's going to bring back, they're going to bring back trust and transparency. Trust and transparency. When the president asked her to serve, now let's be clear, Jen Psaki, Joe Biden did not ask you to serve. You're part of the management team. Let's remember, the United States of America now has a management team, a leadership team they've put together, whatever they want to call it, the management team, leadership team, but that's who they are. It's not Joe Biden, okay? They're letting Joe look like a president, and he's so excited. I mean, he's like an old dog, all right? He looks so excited, all right? But the management team is who put her in place, okay? Rebuilding trust is what she said. Do you see yourself as just coming out here and saying whatever the hell the president wants you to say? Are we going to get the unvarnished truth? Are we going to get the unvarnished truth? You're going to get the unvarnished truth, because we're going to bring truth back here. Okay, Lonnie, take me over to, and they're hard-hitting questions, 734. Let's go there.
At this point in time. Peter, go ahead.
Jen, I have a question for you on policy. First, a quick housekeeping question. A short time ago, President Biden said that he received a very generous letter from President Trump. Of course, he said it was private. He said, I will not talk about it until I talk to him. Is President Biden planning to call now former President Trump? And is this White House working in any way to try to put the two in touch?
Well, I think, Peter, that was a reflection of President Biden's view, and I was with him when he was reading the letter in the Oval Office right before he signed the executive actions, was that this is a letter that was private, as he said to you all. It was both generous and gracious, and it was just a reflection of him not planning to release the letter unilaterally, but I wouldn't take it as an indication of a pending call with the former president.
Let me ask you on policy, if I can, quickly. You talk, obviously, your role is sort of in terms of delivering the best information to the American people on behalf of this White House. The battle for truth may be as tough a fight right now as is the battle against coronavirus. How do you and President Biden plan to combat disinformation that in many ways led to that assault we witnessed 2 weeks ago today on the Capitol?
Well, I think, Peter, there are a number of ways to combat misinformation. One of them is accurate information and truth and data and sharing information even when it is hard to hear. And even when it is not meeting the expectations of people at home who are desperate for this crisis to be over. We'll have more to share with you in the next few days, hopefully before the weekend. But what we plan to do is not just return these daily briefings Monday through Friday, not Saturdays and Sundays. I'm not a monster, but also to return briefings with our health officials and public health officials. We want to do those regularly in a dependable way with data shared with all of you and with the public, so that they can also track progress we're making on getting the pandemic.
We want you to help us continue the indoctrination of America as we're battling for the truth. President Trump left a gracious letter, yes. But as we're they took it right into Trump writing a gracious letter to the president too. On that note, in this room, we've been battling for the truth. How do you plan to combat disinformation? Well, here's what we're going to do. You're going to help us. Oh, we can't wait. We can't wait to help you. You're going to help us with accurate information. We're going to replace what you've been told. You see, what BKP's been telling you for years, what they hate is a little network like this one, a little show like mine. They hate the fact that I could have shared with you Trump's tweet from North Georgia in Studio B, in my hokey little studio. I could share with you what the President of the United States wanted to say to the American people at the same time any of these corrupt networks. And that just really smoked them. That turned their ears red. So what you're doing, how are we going to battle for the truth, combat disinformation? Well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a daily briefing. We're going to feed you. You're going to feed them. This stuff anymore of you not being the ones to bring the information to the people, that's over. So we're going to get back to using the communist arm, the Democrat arm, the arm of the communist Democrat leftist party. We're going to continue to use you like we intended. Return daily briefings, accurate information. We're going to combat disinformation by getting it to flow through NBC, CBS, ABC, CNN, MSNBC, Washington Times. We're going to get you guys back carrying the water as we intended originally. Exactly. I'm telling you. I for years. 1546. Let's go there, Lonnie.
Go ahead. I'll come right to you right next. Go ahead.
President Biden promised to end all new oil and gas leasing on federal lands when he was a candidate. The order that you just mentioned that he signed today was much narrower than that. It's a temporary moratorium, and it only applies to ANWR. And there's some debate about whether he has the legal flexibility to even follow through with his full promise. Does the administration still have that commitment today to
we
end
do,
that leasing?
and the leases will be reviewed by our team. We just have only been in office for less than a day now, and I will just, since you gave me the opportunity, just also confirm for all of you, all of our executive actions that we released today were reviewed by the career staff at the OLC. We went through that process in advance of releasing them. That took a great deal of work from our policy teams, but that was a vital part of the process for us as well.
Could you talk a little bit just about the kind of the preparations for getting the White House ready and safe for the new president? It's been reported that you did $500,000 worth of deep cleaning. Could you talk about the measures that you took to ensure that the president is safe?
Well, I would refer you to the General Services Administration, who oversees any steps like that. What I can speak to, if it's of interest, of the steps we're all taking to make sure that we are safe, he is safe, you are all safe. Those include daily testing when we're in the White House. It includes wearing N95 masks. I wore it out, of course, here today, and will continue to do that. It includes stringent rules about social distancing and abiding by that in the building. That keeps us safe, but the president has asked us to also be models to the American people, and that's vitally important to us as well. So there are a number of new COVID.
Deep cleaning, 500K. We all safe. What he really means is 500K to keep Joe from tripping and falling, and say, they had to child-proof the place for Joe. Safety rails, everything. No, just joking, but 500K. And the leases for, can you just feel those gas prices going up? Yes, Pennsylvania, fracking is over. Get ready to turn into a nice little methamphetamine town because you're not going to have anything to do. Shouldn't have said that. Fracking, oil leases, okay. Let's move on. Let's not venture into the methamphetamine problem in this country and opiate addiction in areas that lack job opportunity in this country. We're going to go to 21, and then we're going to bounce to the last one, 27. Here's where we're going to get into impeachment, okay? And before we do, this is the little Ducey boy, okay? Little Peter, okay? Now, I remember and this is nepotism at its finest. I like the little Ducey boy. I like the kid, okay? I think he's worked hard. I obviously, it's very helpful that Dad is a Ducey, okay? Steve Ducey is your dad. It's very helpful that he launched with Fox News at the time when it launched and turned Fox and Friends in the Morning to the popularity that it has. I got to give it to Steve Ducey, but I remember when Peter Ducey, the little Ducey boy, was on Fox and Friends as an intern. But now he's the White House correspondent, and I give it to little Peter. I think every once in a while the little Ducey boy comes through. Okay, I don't know. He's got to stay corporate for Fox, but the little Ducey boy every once in a while, and he is in. Now you noticed yesterday, there probably won't be press credentials given out to Newsmax. There was no OAN, One America News, right? There was no Donald Trump pointing to OAN, okay? They probably have had their press credentials pulled. We'll see here whose press credentials were pulled. But let's go to the little Ducey boy, and we're going to get into, I think he is number 21, maybe not. We'll see. Let's go with 21, Lonnie.
I told you I was going to ask you. I just skipped over you. Go ahead.
Right. I'll take it now. So if President Biden wants a theme of his presidency to be unifying the country, does he think that Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer should drop a potentially divisive Senate impeachment trial?
Well, he spoke today, as you all saw, about unity in his inaugural address and the importance of unity in bringing the country together and the resolve of the American people in helping to get through this moment. We are confident, though, that just like the American people can, the Senate can also multitask, and they can do their constitutional duty while continuing to conduct the business of the American people. And his view is that the way to bring the country together is to address the problems we're facing. And so that means getting this COVID relief package through, having Democrats and Republicans take a serious look at that and have conversations with each other about how to move it forward. And he's going to leave the mechanics, the timing, and the specifics of how Congress moves forward on impeachment to them.
And a quick follow-up on President Trump's...
Wait a minute. I want to do the quick follow-up. Do the quick follow-up, Lonnie. I jumped too fast. Let's do the quick follow-up and then come back.
look at that and have conversations with each other about how to move it forward. And he's going to leave the mechanics, the timing, and the specifics of how Congress moves forward on impeachment to them.
And a quick follow-up. On President Trump's inauguration day, he filed the paperwork to run for re-election, same day. Does President Biden have any plans to do that today, late, or in the coming days?
I will say, having talked to him today, his focus is not on politics. It is on getting to work and solving the problems of the American people. And as he noted on the campaign, he will.
I just wanted you to hear about the re-election paperwork that Joe has not filed yet because of the fact we are guessing the over-under on Vegas odds, how long Joe will actually be at that end of the West Wing in the Oval Office. Now, let's break down divisive Senate impeachment. So the little Doocy boy is saying, hey, you're preaching unity and it's not red versus blue. It's not conservative versus liberal, rural versus urban. Do you not think this is decisive? Just get it out of the way, move on, and what's best for the American people. No. We're for sure. Psaki said, we're for sure the Senate can multitask. You see, we're not done with Trump. We're for sure the Senate can multitask. I can read everything these people say, folks. As arrogant and as whatever this sounds, I am so sorry. I've got to do it. But I am absolutely one of the best in the business. I may be the best in the business of reading these people. That's why I study the media. I know what the hell they're really saying, what they mean, and where they're going next. Sorry for that. I had to, every once in a while you have to toot your own horn, right? That's what Donald Trump says, right? So together, they can multitask. Together, addressing the problem first. That's what we have to do. We have to address the problem. You are the problem. We have to address that. So let's go to, we're getting close to the end of the show. Let's go to 2707 there, Lonnie. And this is, again, one more take on this press conference yesterday. Go ahead, Lonnie.
Just follow up on Peter's question. Does President Biden believe that President Trump needs to be held accountable for the Capitol insurrection a couple of weeks ago? And does that accountability require that President Trump be barred from holding future federal office?
Well, Zeke, he has spoken very firmly and fiercely publicly about his views of the horrific events on January 6th. And he has also, of course, spoken with members of Congress about that, as you all know. But he is going to leave it to members of Congress to carry out their constitutional duty and determine what the path forward is and what the mechanisms are going to be, what the process will be, and what the timeline will be. Certainly, he ran against Donald Trump because he did not think he was fit to serve in office long before the events of January 6th. He is here today because he decided to run against him, but we're focusing on moving forward. We're focusing on addressing the issues facing the American public, and as you know, that means we're focused on our COVID package. Go ahead.
If I can follow up on that a little bit, Jen.
He's not fit to serve. Go with the follow-up, Lonnie. I might be cut that short. Can you remember right where you were at? Let me go with the follow-up. Let me see what that was. I might have cut that short. Go with that really quick, Lonnie.
Good package. Go ahead.
If I can follow up on that a little bit, Jen. Is the president being updated, first of all, on the progress of the FBI investigation? And we know the FBI is leading the investigation into the assault on the Capitol. Does President Biden have confidence in FBI Director Wray?
Well, Peter, as you noted, there's an ongoing investigation, which we certainly support. I'm not sure that he has received an update today on anything about the investigation, but we certainly support those ongoing, and we will, I'm sure, be receiving updates in the days ahead.
Does he have confidence in the FBI director?
I think I have not spoken with him about specific.
FBI investigations are ongoing, not into Antifa, not into the attacks yesterday across the country and the violence and storming the courthouses and burning the flag. Not into that, but the FBI investigations, accountability. Okay. Should he be barred from office? You got to remember, Jen said, the reason Biden ran is he felt Trump is unfit to serve. We're going to leave that to Congress. We are going to leave that to Congress, but we're for sure they could do two things at the same time. And as we take a break here to wrap up the show, remember when she says, we're going to leave that to Congress, who exactly leaving it to Congress, what that means. I have it here somewhere. Give me number 59 there, Lonnie. Okay. We're going to leave that to Congress. There's the trifecta of evil. The trifecta of evil is right there. Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, and Joe Biden, all right, plan to rescue America. Rescue us, okay? We're going to leave that to Congress. Always remember that. Never forget the Republicans are not exempt. What kind of sleazy deal are they making with Mitch McConnell and others right now, leaving it to Congress as they know they can multitask to try to take down Donald J. Trump? I've got a lot to finish up with. We got one more segment when we get back. That's your first press conference. We'll see. I got to keep up with what the hell they try to do today to us. Take a break, Lonnie. We'll be right back. Before we go to break, Lonnie, I want to ask you who we're going to close with. Who are the traitors in your state? Do you consider them traitors? Okay, take a break, Lonnie.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World has 9-piece living room packages at incredible prices. Get this stylish sofa and love seat, 3 tables, 2 lamps, 43-inch 4K TV, and stand, all for only $1699.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this 9-piece living room and reclining sofa and reclining love seat, now only $1999.99 or $149.99 a month. These packages are amazing. Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Circuit World has complete queen bedroom packages at amazing prices. Get this queen bed, dresser and mirror, 1 nightstand, bedding set, and free 32-inch TV, all for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this complete queen bedroom set and sleep in style, also for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. What an incredible deal! Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
New year, new Chevy. Let's get it done at Days Chevrolet in Jasper with huge savings on the Chevy trucks you want, like $8,000 off new Silverado crew cabs, or save over $7,500 off a new Chevy Equinox. Every Chevy truck and SUV discounted big. See Days Chevrolet in Jasper, and let's get it done. Find new roads.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's still morning. I am BKP, your host, and you're watching FYNTV.com. And love all the attacks on Facebook. I love the unifying attacks. All of you are posting on my page. Not all of you, but many of you. I love my Democratic viewers here. They are Democrats. I love you all. I'm unified. I'm already working. Hold on a minute. Stay right there. Now, let's see. I'll do it later. Okay. You notice Pence is missing? Has anybody noticed Pence is missing? I was looking at this like, nah, he's got to go. Okay, Mike. So as unifying as I can be, the attacks are well underway. So let's go through here, Lonnie. We're going to rapidly run through some pictures. Okay. So let's start with number 22. CNN and MSNBC, they're all excited this morning. President Biden signs flurry of executive orders to reverse Trump policies and travel restrictions from several Muslim majority countries. There you go. Number 23, halting the Keystone XL pipeline. Okay. I'll put a step to that right now. Number 24, Jen Psaki, the pasty white girl, President Biden signs flurry. A flurry. He was busy. I'm telling you, Biden cannot. They have to do things in periods of time and then move him out of view. Yes, they do. Number 25, Biden ushers in. We have the ushers in monumental. Ushers in monumental reset for America. There you go. Monumental reset. That's what we needed. Number 26. We must end this uncivil war. Let me check something. How long? I want to do it just for me. How long? Let's see. There's the transcript. How long was it? Let's see. Is it telling me? I think Biden's speech is, let's see, how long was it? Biden's speech, blah, blah, blah. Most presidents use their speech to talk about themes, are generally short or specific, but not all. Biden's speech, 20 minutes. I am correct. Okay? I like being correct, Lonnie. Let me be correct. Biden's speech, 20 minutes. 20 minutes, okay? 20 minutes. He kept it in 20 minutes. Trump's speech, I guess, Biden's 20 minutes. I'm looking down here and realize I got 5 minutes, and Lonnie's going to say, hey, don't get stuck on something. Got to keep it in 20-minute blocks. Now, I'm not saying all the speeches are long. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying they're all long, okay? Maybe they stay in that 20-minute mark. I'm just telling you, the only reason I said that is they've got to keep Biden in these time blocks. You know, I'm not telling you that it's the shortest one ever. I'm not. I'm just telling you, Biden has to. Uncivil war. I'm just stuck on that myself, that you will see Biden has to be put, and he's going to be taken out of view. 27, this is not a picture of Antifa yesterday attacking. CNN is reliving January 6th. He ushered in a monumental reset for America. I just knew I was right on the 20 minutes. Number 28. Biden to spend first full day in office focused on pandemic. 29. He inherited a non-existent vaccine plan from Trump. It's worse than we thought. 30, Axios has a story, okay? 30, off the rails, okay, the siege. Trump's presidency went off the rails in the final days. 32, this is a story on Axios. Media trust hits a new low. Media trust hits a new low. Here are some of the evil players, number 33, in the media. We must end the civil war. Yesterday was another lovely day for George and Michelle, number 34. Michelle Obama, all right. She got together with her friend George W. Number 36, Kamala Harris. Democrats now control the U.S. Senate. Warnock, Ossoff, right there they are, sworn in. Keep in mind, Warnock, the young boy over there that you think is a page or an assistant, that is actually Warnock. He has a 6-year term. We will have him for 6 years, Georgia. Reverend Warnock is a 2-year, balancing out a 2 years of a 6-year term. Okay. Number 37, there's Kamala swearing him in. Let me see if there's anything else. Number 43, just showing you some of the things that CNN has. Number 44, we talked about it there, rejoin the Paris Climate Accord. Number 44, stop the border wall. Let me see. I think it's going to be pretty much what I want to do. But Lonnie, go back here quickly to 47. All right. We have 2 Democrat senators in Georgia. And let me say here with the minute I have left. Okay. First of all, Senator David Perdue, although I do like you, I like you, but in your commercials, you cannot point to your achievements in 6 years. Your commercials were generalities. Is that how you would say it? The generalities of things you participated in or you believed in or you supported Trump and you were there that day. But Senator David Perdue, there's 2 things you got to remember. You could not do commercials that pointed to exactly your accomplishments. Okay? And, you know, when you would come home to Georgia, you would go to Sea Island, right? Warner Robins, maybe a quick stop around Atlanta. I don't know how many times, but in the 9th district alone, I don't know if I think maybe one time you came up. I don't know. So there's several reasons why you may not have connected to the voters, Senator David Perdue. But the traitors, who are the traitors? Now, as I end here at 10 o'clock, you see John Ossoff in Georgia and Raphael Warnock. Give me 19. Traitor Kemp and Traitor Raffensperger. Treasonous rhinos. Lock them up. That is who this billboard considers traitors. Who are the traitors in your state? More on that tomorrow. But tomorrow, don't forget, we're at Circuit World, one of our big shows. I know it's time to go here. It's 10:01. Tomorrow, we are at Circuit World. We have Ask the Doc, All-Star Political Panel, Pet of the Week. And that's pretty much it. Gilmer County GOP wanted me to remind you, you can go and find on their website, the Republican Party of Gilmer County is having a meeting tonight. They wanted me to remind you of that. Lonnie, good job stepping in. Emily will be back Monday. Lonnie will be running the Starship in the morning also for tomorrow's show. We have to go. Lonnie, good job. Way to go, Lonnie. All right. We'll see you tomorrow morning, 8 a.m.